Volkswagen unveiled the I.D.Buzz over 20 years ago, calling it the microbus concept. In 2001, at the North American International Auto Show in Detroit, Volkswagen showed off their newest concept car, the microbus, and it was meant to be a modern-day revival of the iconic Type 2, also known as the VW bus. The design was retro-futuristic, with a two-tone paint job and a massive VW badge on the nose that modernized one of the most influential cars in history while still staying true to form. But this wasn't just a nostalgia piece. The 2001 microbus concept was packed with early 2000s tech, like a center-mounted infotainment screen, even more screens for the passengers, and swiveling driver and passenger chairs. It rode on the same platform as the T5 Transporter and came with a 3.2-liter VR6 engine. It was originally intended for US production by 2005, which unfortunately, with rising costs and changing market trends, killed it before it even hit the road. Fast forward 10 years and VW still hasn't given up on the T2 revival. Also, we are going to completely ignore the Routan because that was just a rebadged Dodge Caravan. At the Geneva Motor Show, they brought their newest rendition of the microbus, the Bully. This time, they fully dove into the electric market, giving the Bully a 114 horsepower electric motor that outputted 199 pound-feet of torque and a range of 186 miles. This was a slightly smaller van that still came with 2 rows of bench seating for a total of 6 people. While researching the Bully, I also came across the Space Up concept, which was a similar size to the Bully, with the Up releasing in 2007. 5 years after the Bully came the Bud E, which in my opinion was a step backwards in overall design. With this concept, you could really tell they just wanted to update the tech a little bit and show their want to build a modern Type 2, especially an electric Type 2. Finally, just a year after the Bud E, the I.D.Buzz made its debut. With a lot of similar styling to the Bully from 2011, this 2017 concept did everything right. It was sleek, colorful, and futuristic with a 270 to 370 horsepower output, with all-wheel drive coming from a motor mounted on each axle. Though the interior was almost too futuristic with a brick of a steering wheel and a literal iPad as the infotainment screen, it looked clean and it pushed the boundaries as many concept cars should. With the I.D.Buzz finally releasing in the United States in 2025, it's fascinating to see how many versions Volkswagen went through just to get to today. Over 20 years of trial and error. Do you think VW made the right choice with the current design of the I.D.Buzz?